Hello. Um, Today is going to be more editing of my new video. That is the Albania of each continent on my geography channel, just called Kid Dunski. And before we get started, I am a small creator, and yeah, I guess I probably should make like a text asset or something. You know, donate whatever you can, if you can at all. I have it set up that a notification does pop up if you are to donate. It's very default looking, just because I don't have like any special effects tied to it, but I could really use some help. That's it. Alright, editing time. Let's see here. We're going to CapCut. There we go. Alright, and then hopefully this. Okay, if I do this, it should be fine, right? Oh. I don't know how I feel about what just happened. Is there anything bad that? No. I don't know why I was freaking out there. Okay. Alright, there we go. What the hell? There we go. Okay. Right. Alright. Now, why is it still... Is it showing? Because it's only showing this, which is not accurate. Oh, Lord. Okay. There we go. I don't know why it was having issues there. Whatever. Alright. I didn't get too much done. But they may have a... I didn't get too much done since my last stream, because life. So that's really it, and I'm gonna just begin.
Albania does deserve a lot of recognition.
I'm gonna try and waffle a lot less this time. This might be a boring stream, but I just figured that, I might as well get some work done for my geography channel, and also not neglect my stream channel too. So this is what I'm doing. Alright, coolio.
So let's go over those unique features, shall we? This particular video was suggested by Paul.
Whoa, did you see how that lagged?
Unique features, shall we? This particular video was suggested by Paul2KDJ69. Boxes 1 and 2 are all well and good, but for box 3, I may have to
How's it going, Darwinski? I didn't... For some reason your chat didn't pull up. I don't know why it didn't. There we go.
On things a bit. You say having huge quantities of something, obviously in reference to the bunkers, but I feel like the actual qualifications are hard to measure, so I'll change it to having odd features that are from a bygone era. That at least broadens the scope of what I can compare to Albania's abandoned bunkers.
I want to do a transition there.
That at least broadens the scope of what I can compare to Albania's abandoned bunkers.
So I'll do an animation. I just do this, honestly. You know what I did last time? I did like a slide in. Let's see here. Is there like a left version of this? Spin. No, I need. Yeah, it's a lot. Spin, spin. I need a fucking. Oh. I heard a chat just play. Also, like the stream says, a higher chance may recommend other people. That's another thing. Hola, amigo. How's it going, David? Are you by chance coming in from my geography channel, or have you just come across this?
Having odd features that are from a bygone era. That at least broadens the scope of what I can compare to Albania's abandoned bunkers.
I kind of want to do. Excuse me. So, what was that other one called? That was called Spin Left. So, what about Spin Right? No, Swing Right? Why does it not have Spin Right? Because I want that. But I kind of want to come in from the right side. I can't hear you properly. I want that. I kind of want to come in from the right side. Unfortunately, that must be from your end, because I don't think there's any audio issues for me. Swing right? Why does it not have spin right? Because I want that. I kind of want to come in from the right side. Right side.
Having odd features.
And I might have to get rid of that gray box as well. Because you guys can't even see what I'm doing. So I guess I'll have to. What did I just move? Oh, I moved a random color block that isn't even visible. I guess I'll put it here. Oops. Yeah, well, what? Can anyone give any feedback on to how this guy can't hear me? Like, are you guys having any audio issues? I have a very unresponsive chat. Seems like. Which software this? This is CapCut. It's CapCut but on desktop. I'm aware that CapCut probably looks a lot different on the phone, but this is what it looks like on the computer. I tried using DaVinci Resolve, but that was too complex for me. And also, it didn't run on my laptop very well. Audio's good. I can't even see what that says.
That are from a bygone.
I tried using DaVinci Pro. I meant to say DaVinci Resolve. Did I say DaVinci Pro by accident? DaVinci Resolve, but that was too complex for me. No, I said DaVinci Resolve Pro. Yeah, CapCut Pro. I had to get CapCut Pro because, I mean, I'm sure CapCut Pro existed the entire time CapCut existed. But there's I only recently had to get CapCut Pro. Because for a while, well, I say for a while, but probably like 2.5 years ago, you could use CapCut and all of its features without having to, really take any compromises. But it was to the point where it didn't even let me extract audio. So I think I had a limited amount of uses, but I have to extract a lot of audio because I record my audio through screen recording because I don't really have like a mic or anything. And that's kind of how I do it, and I don't really have any plans of changing it.
So I'll change it to having odd features that are from a bygone era. That at least broadens the scope of what I can compare to Albania's abandoned bunkers.
There's like a decent amount of time where there's like no.
That at least broadens the scope of what
Video's good. Was I got CapCut Pro for free? How? How did you do that? Are you a bot? How come like I can't even see when you made your account? That's really odd. Oh, that's why. Oh, you made your account today. Are you like real? Am I speaking to a real person? See what that's. Can't even see when you made your account. That's really odd. Oh, that's why. You know, that happens a lot for some reason on my streams where someone will show up and a person who's made their account the day that I've posted this, that I've began streaming, because today is July 13th. And David, it looks like you've made your account today. So what's the dealio with that? It's not my main account? Okay. It just scares me, because there's one time that for whatever reason, like, this was ages ago though. I mean, like, this is probably like my 17th ever stream. Someone like botted my stream, and it like made my stream run improperly, as well as like I was worried that I would get in trouble by YouTube, because I was worried they would think that I'd get botted. David be chill guy, not gonna lie. As long as you're not a bot.
having.
But do you watch my geography videos? I'm just curious on how you ended up here. Cause the video that I'm editing right now is currently for that channel.
So I'll change it to having odd features that are from a bygone era. That at least broadens the scope of.
I think when I say that, I'm gonna just make myself bigger when I say scope.
What I can scope of the scope of. That at least broadens the scope.
Just so that people's eyes are entertained. You don't want to mess up viewer attention the first couple of seconds, and right now we're at 30 seconds of runtime.
Gone era. That at least broadens the scope of what I can compare to Albania's abandoned bunker. Scope of what I can compare to Albania's abandoned bunker. This broadens the scope of what I can compare.
My main channel got 800 subs. I edit Cricket edits. That's cool. I assume you don't mean the insect. You mean like the sport?
The scope of what I can compare to Albania's abandoned era. That at least broadens the scope of what I can compare to Albania's abandoned bunker.
You want to keep editing till your last breath. Oh man, I wish I had that kind of ethic, because I'm not gonna lie, I dread editing. I enjoy doing research, and I'm pretty good at writing. But the editing, like the visuals and stuff, is probably my least favorite part.
The scope of what I can compare to Albania's abandoned bunker.
But I also am like kind of like a maniac with this, where like look at all these spin animations. I just want it to slide in like spin. And then I kind of want to make like a paper flip noise, which I thought I had. How come it like... I might have to like go into my other video real quick, because I know that I used a paper flip before. He is roll right. How come it's spin left but roll right? Whatever.
Albania's
to Albania's.
Albania's abandoned bunkers. But before I get ahead of myself,
that probably should take. No, I don't need bigger. I want it to be slower. So then, what do you use? Because it sounds like you're quite a small creator yourself. How do you avoid using a simple software like CapCut? Do you have the money to like afford a proper one like Adobe or something? Or do you use DaVinci? Good editing can really make a video from mid to pro. The only difference between PC and smartphone CapCut is lag. There's some lag in smartphone, even though I have Snapdragon processor. Ooh, that's like very technical stuff. I'm not sure what Snapdragon processor means. That sounds cool. That sounds good. That's, I assume, a good thing, right? And are you saying are you saying the mobile version is laggier or the laptop is? Because honestly, I haven't experienced much lag on my computer.
compare to Albania's abandoned bunkers. But before I get...
And I want to... Okay, hold on. I want to do... Let's go back to homepage. So for my Poland video, I do a thing. I want to do the exact thing. But I'm trying to figure out how I got that paper flip noise. Again, if I was a pro, this would take like less than 2 seconds to figure this out. But for me, this is hard. Excuse me. Paperflip MP4. Can I copy this? Open file location. Oh, here we go. Okay. Well, I'll just keep it open and drag it in. But I want to do this exactly. Right. Where is it that happens? There we go.
One that a lot of people know about is World War II. Before I get ahead of myself...
So I want to do literally that, because I actually ended up saying like pretty much the exact same thing. But before I get ahead of myself, do you know about Alight Motion or After Effects? After Effects, that's Adobe, right? And then Alight Motion, no. I don't know what that is. And that's weird that I don't know what that is, because I was recently looking into like editing softwares to try and find an alternative to CapCut, because I didn't want to have to get the pro version, so because it's like can you believe it's $19.99 a month for something that used to be free? Like, that's ridiculous. That's like if I knew numbers, I could say a really audacious number, but I can't. But you can probably imagine it. Like, that's an increase of percent. Oh, you couldn't even see what I was doing. Oh God, I love. Here, let me show what I just showed. Just so that you can see what I'm going for. God, man. Why wouldn't it show that? Screen capture. Well, let's get to it first. If you want, I can give CapCut Pro free. How? I mean, I've already bought it, so I feel like I might as well just keep it though. I mean, it's not like I can refund it. Or at least I don't think you can. How did I keep all my... I didn't do any layering with my images, like, at all. Until minute 4 on my Poland video. Can you believe that? I know they're probably all up here. Yeah, that's what it was. I was gonna say, there's no way I didn't do some layering. Oh yeah, let me so you need to see. Wait, what am I doing? Here, okay. So what I'm going for is because in the video I'm currently working on for Albania, I literally say, but before I get ahead of myself when talking about, I pretty much do I even do that ruler animation. The intro is nearly identical concept wise to my Albania video. It's like right here.
Know about is World War II. But before I get ahead of myself,
So right there, what just happened is what I'm going for. Just popped in to say hi, but I won't stay for long this stream. That's okay. But it's not available on PC. Oh, no chance. I'm not going to be editing my videos on a phone. I would never dare to do that. Especially with my phone. No way. Do you use background music? Yes, I do use background music. But I kind of have a very specific, like the background music is this, but it probably has the audio really low so you can't hear it. Me. Especially with my phone. No way. I'm going for in the video concept wise. It's like right here. Know about is World War II. But before I get ahead of myself. Yeah, so you can hear. I mean that music that I mean it's probably pretty faint, but the music that I use is the music that I use for every video. I think it would be odd if I stopped using it suddenly. And I think people have kind of associated it with me, just in the same way that people associate the Vsauce music with the boom. You know what I'm talking about? If you don't know what I'm talking about, you probably just sounded really stupid there. But pretty much what this is what I want to go for. That kind of edit that I have done. So I'm gonna go for it. It's fine, man. I'm not a hacker. Who's gonna hack your mobile phone? You can say no directly. Type what? I didn't think it was because of hacks.
having odd features.
But now that you say it, yeah, I probably wouldn't. I mean, what you. How. What kind of videos do you make? Geography videos. Just like just look up Kid Dunsky. Cause the account that you're like the channel that you're watching this stream on right now is my live stream channel, and my geography channel is a lot more larger than this one is. Like I actually I have the potential to make money off of these videos, my geography ones.
Having odd features that are from a bygone era. That at least broadens the scope of what I can compare to Albania's abandoned bunkers.
Okay, so right there. And then I'm gonna drag and drop. Awesome. And then... What, can I not just extract the audio? I have to, like, drag it in first? Seriously? Where's the extract? Oh, there it is. See, look at that though. It lists extract audio as a pro feature. Like, that's such a fundamental feature of any editing software. I can't believe they tried to monetize that, but they did, and it worked. Because now they have my money. So, who's this? Oh, you don't see my editing? Fuck. God, man. Why does Streamlabs do that? Why does it freeze it? That's so annoying. Oh my god, man, that's so annoying. Okay, I'm gonna stop popping in and out of different... Okay, what do I do here? Christ on a bike. It doesn't matter, I wasn't doing anything like that you needed to see. I'm really getting sick of that though, like I truly am. Thank you for saying that though. Yeah, we dodged a huge bullet. Okay, I don't got any kind of viruses. Gogakoi, what's his main channel name? I just said it. It's Kid Doonski. Kid space Doonski. Doonski with the purple icon. Bruh, now's not the time. Okay, so you're a teacher? No. I just make geography videos because that's my main interest.
Painting of its continent.
It's a bit too loud. Can't even hear what I say. I just... Okay, you're able to see my edits though now, right? Yep. I just make...
But before I get ahead of myself, let me go through the other qualifications to what would make a country the Albania of its continent.
Okay. Let's get rid of that.
Country the Albania of its continent.
This is the paperclip sound that, like, every sort of Hollywood type media uses.
To Albania's abandoned bunkers. To Albania's abandoned bunkers.
I don't know why, but I especially noticed it in South Park. South Park uses that all the time. And the slideshow noise. Yeah, a kind of simple plot device that South Park reuses a lot that I've noticed. Especially in kind of their, like, kind of mid-era. Not mid, like, not quality-wise mid. I mean, like, there's, like, modern South Park where, like, every episode is for some reason a special. Why is my phone buzzing so frequently? Okay, literally, why is this happening? Stop. I'm about to block you. Who is this? Why are they texting me? Also, he probably knows the name but can't find the channel because of that. My live video take over the searches? That sucks. I hate that that happened. I almost want to, like, private all those because they suck. But yeah, pretty much just in the middle sort of seasons of South Park, they use that as a plot device a lot. Is, like, usually Cartman showing a slideshow. Because I think they just don't know what to do. So, and I want to do a pause button. Have you got your channel password back? What? I didn't get hacked. I don't know. What's with you and hacking? Very strange guy. And then I want to do like a button click noise too. Fuck it. I'm gonna just see what they have. Button click. I spelled button B-U-T-T-I-N. Button click. No, not music, sound effects. Oh, button press. It looks like I've done this before. I probably got it from here. Number 1 and OG supporter checking that pay his respects. You're not doing justice to your 4K subs, man. It was sarcasm. He wasn't uploading anything for a while because I had a job. It's been a year since you've made your last video. Yeah, it's actually been closer to like 2 years. But yeah, I mean, pretty much what London said, like, or Go Koi. Yeah, I wanted to move out of my parents' place, so I got a job, and now that's not an issue anymore, so I'm going back to YouTube. I needed a consistent form of income, which YouTube, if you're like really big, is true that it's a consistent form of income, but when you're small and you're trying to like start up, it's just a lot more inconsistent. You know, I mean, you can see from my channel, like I had like my Poland video like had 100,000 views, but I think the video right before it was the AI video, which only got like 4,000 views. So it's just, I mean, I think 4,000 views, you're only gonna get like. Actually, I don't even know what you could make. I don't even think you could earn enough money for Google to send it to you, because you have to make $100 to have Google send something to you. If you make like $80 hypothetically from ad revenue, Google won't send it. Google won't send it to you until you've made $100. Like that's the amount of money you have to make in order for something to be sent to you. Job hard, editing harder. I just couldn't balance. I mean, why you were not consistent? Because I just said.
That at least broadens the scope of what I can compare to Albania's abandoned bunkers. But before I...
Okay, yeah, so let me do the... What is this? That's a terrible noise. No. Nope. How's that a pause button? I like that one. Yeah, I like that one. Let's do that. Oh, noise. I'm gonna put it underneath.
Compare to Albania's abandoned bunkers.
Wait, no, the pause button shouldn't be like that early. What the hell? What am I doing? But before, it should say, it should happen as soon as I say, but before I get into it.
But before I get ahead of myself...
It's like right here. And then we'll have the pause button be right here. There we go. And then it looks like I do a gray filter. Oh, what the fuck is that? It might have been my own leg hair. Being funny and entertaining consistently is very difficult. Yeah, but I don't really aim to be funny necessarily. I mean, you could probably find some potentially funny moments in my videos, but I mean, I'm covering geography. It's not really, there's not much comedy behind. I mean, Sam O'Nella kind of tries to do that with And you know, a lot of people. So I guess it is possible, but I don't really aim to do that. But like entertaining, it's kind of hard, especially. And I don't want to sound offensive, but particularly for an American audience, it's pretty tricky to make geography interesting to Americans. And you know, I do blame the education system. It's just like how it's not entertaining for me to try and learn DaVinci Resolve. It's too much of a learning curve. It goes from I was trying to go from CapCut to DaVinci Resolve, which is like just not going to be easy because they're just way more difficult. I mean, way more advanced editing software than CapCut could ever be. And the American education system does not prioritize geography like at all. Like usually they get the football coach to teach it. No joke. My actual geography teacher was the football coach, and it was for senior year. So like pretty much when everyone's already like graduated and just is doing this for their last couple of credits. Um, you don't want to be wrong because those geography ball people don't play. That is true. Like they are kind of menaces to society sometimes.
Albania's abandoned bunkers. But before I get ahead,
That's such a loud noise. Let me turn that down. Okay, now it's too quiet. That's pretty good. And then I'm gonna put like a gray filter on like right here. Oh, let me do an animation for the pause button. I think I usually just do like a bounce in or something. Bounce. Forget what happened, man. Just make the greatest comeback and can shake geography. That can shake geography. I hope. I mean, that's kind of what what's his name did. I've definitely kept my eye out on channels that make somewhat similar content to me. And I'd say that if there's ever a channel I'd probably aim to be the most.
Before I get ahead of myself,
oops, I put it on the I put it on the Albania bunker picture, not the pause button.
But before I get ahead of myself,
nope,
let me go
awful.
through the other.
That looks bad. Wait, why is my pause button stuck at the triangle? Shouldn't it be like at the lines? I just want a simple bounce in. There's like they've added too many of these damn animations. So I can't even do like look how bad this will look.
But before I get ahead of myself,
it doesn't even do it.
But before I get ahead of
it doesn't even know what to do for that.
But before I
no, that looks bad. Can't it just be like a bounce in? Am I like asking for too much here? This is gonna look stupid.
But before I get ahead of myself,
look at that. Like ask a European what the capital of Iowa is, LMAO. We do geography. It's just mostly based on our large country. I mean, that's true, but like there's a lot more to the world than just the US. And like knowing the capital of Iowa is pretty inconsequential, which that's Des Moines, right? Or maybe that's just the largest city. I actually don't know for sure what the Iowan capital is. Is Des Moines even in Iowa? I actually don't know much about Iowa. That's pretty bad. It's just like a normal, okay. Use unfold animation.
But before I get ahead of myself,
that's a good idea for like trying to make it look like paper, but I I didn't even know that, man, like CapCut has so much different thing. When I first started editing with CapCut, they didn't have any of these. I want to do it for the pause button. Excuse me. Okay, let me just search through it manually. Zoom.
But before I
See, why is it like multiplying?
but before I
I kind of like that.
but before I get
I kind of like that. That looks very. I just wanted something simple.
but before I
Yeah, I appreciate this one. Thank you for that idea, though. I'll use that for another paper-related thing, because I probably have said that. I say the word on paper a lot. I like to do a play on words in terms of visual stuff.
but before I get ahead of myself,
And then I'm gonna have my little character, which, again, it doesn't sound like you guys came from my geography channel, so you aren't too familiar with this guy, but you have to say, that looks a lot like me, don't it? Like, how many people have their avatar look like exactly like them? No, I don't have his mouth move because I don't have the skill to animate mouth movements. I'm gonna just have him pop in like right here. Animation in. Again, I don't go too extravagant with my animation style. Wait, slide down. Slide up. I want slide up. Bada boom.
but before I
And I want it to be quick. There we go. Okay.
bunkers. But before I get ahead of myself,
Alright. Huge pause. That's how you know you've made it big. One day I'll use the Vox highlighter effect. What is that? I'm gonna redraw your avatar one day. You are more ginger. I think in this current lighting that is right now where my face can be seen, I actually don't think I look very ginger at all. Yeah, my hair looks almost like dark brown.
but before I get ahead of myself, let me go through the other qualifications to what would get ahead of myself. Let me
So I'm gonna make myself smaller, like right here. And then I'll do like 90. Oh, that's a bit too small. Well, let's see.
But before I get ahead of myself, let me go through the other qualifications to what would make a country the Albania of its continent. So for
Oh, whoa. Oh, I put my foot on the button. I guess I could do that, couldn't I? My lamp has its switch on the cord. So if I just step on it like a drum beat, it turns on the light. Actually, no, I kind of like it being light right now. I'm not gonna lie.
abandoned bunkers. But before I get ahead of myself,
I had a teacher who always had his lights off. It was so appreciative. Like, or I think at the very least he would just have it dimmed. Like there were, because you know how like different teachers have like different ways they make their classroom look. There's some teachers who have it just be like eye-piercingly bright, like with those fucking LED lights that are going and just are like above you, and one of them's flickering in the corner. And like I don't know why, but at school I always had a headache, no matter what. It didn't matter the weather or the time of day or what medicine I took. Every time I had a headache. So bright lights were just never enjoyable to see. I never liked it. And I had some teachers who
but before I get ahead of myself, let me go through the
who always had the classroom be dimmed, like dim lighting. I think because he always had the projector be on, and you can't. There'd be teachers who would have their projector be on, but still keep all their lights on. Like, I can't even see that. I can't even see the screen.
But before I get ahead of myself, let me go through the other.
I know, like first world issues. How much time does it usually take you to edit? Quite a while, because I get distracted. I don't think I have like a kind of ADHD or whatever. I think I just don't have like a very focused brain, just in general. Okay, what was I gonna do? I'm gonna edit the color of this. Retouch. No. Adjust. That's it. Color wheel. Well, can I just do like a black and white filter? Basic. Oh, saturation. There we go. Easy.
Abandoned bunkers. But before
Are you serious? I did it for the wrong one. I want it for this one. Color wheel. No, this one. Wait, no. Curves? There we go.
bunkers. But before I get ahead of myself, let me go through the other qualifications to what would make a country the Albania of its continent. So
That's not really relevant for me to say. To what makes a country the Albania of its continent? Like, obviously, that's what the title of the video is going to be, so I should probably just delete that.
to what would make a country the Albania of its continent. So for the first criteria box, we have has ethnic minorities in all or most of its neighbors.
Yeah, that's not necessary. I'm just going to get rid of that. I don't need to say to what makes it the Albania of its continent. There's no point. LMAO. Just like a split second. Easter egg for the fans. Just put me in the video. I don't even put myself in the video.
Before I get ahead of myself, let me go through the other qualifications. So for the first criteria box, we have has ethnic minorities in all or most of its neighbors. Now the spread of
Okay.
other qualifications. So for the first criteria box, we have has ethnic minorities in all or most of its neighbors.
So I'm probably gonna have myself be in the center. Unless you count like this, but like I don't put an image of myself in my own videos. That's probably because I didn't even ever want to show my face on the internet before. But then when I started streaming, I kind of realized I had to. You have to be very entertaining to not have webcam on. Like, just the shit that you say has to be like on point and entertaining every time. And I just didn't have the energy for that. So that's why I show my face. If I were a YouTuber, I'd make FNAF videos. It's one thing that I can say I'm educated on. I mean, that can always change, like, not having knowledge on something. I mean, I can say from just doing this Albania video alone that I've learned a lot about Albania just from doing research on it. I mean, I already knew a little bit about Albania, obviously. But, I mean, everyone can learn anything. Unless you're, like, really dumb. Which, you know, I like to assume the best out of people, so that usually is most people.
The theme with any given myself, let me go through the other qualifications. So for the first criteria
right
box,
now?
we have
How on earth is it 8 o'clock? That shouldn't even be legal. Why don't you watch a tutorial on YouTube if you're finding any difficult in editing? It's not that I like have difficulty necessarily. It's just
Patience.
more about
So
work
for the first
ethic,
criteria box,
which like, I mean, unless I like watched a motivational video, then like it really wouldn't help. I tried to do DaVinci Resolve, but it was just too difficult for me.
So for the first criteria box, we have has. So for the first criteria.
So when I say that, I'm gonna.
So for the first
So for the first, and I'm gonna probably. Oh wait, no. Let me do keyframes. What am I doing? Can I mirror my image? No, I don't want to mirror the whole time. I don't know if I can actually. Position rotate. I could rotate it. I don't know if I can like Apex MLG. Good night. All right. See you around, David.
So for the first criteria box, we have has ethnic minority. Criteria box, we have has ethnic minorities in all or most of its neighbors. Now the spread of ethnic. So for the first criteria box, we have has ethnic minorities in all or most of its neighbors. So for the first criteria box, we have has ethnic minorities in all or most of its neighbors. Now the spread of ethnic.
Okay.
So for the first criteria box, we have has.
So right here, I'm gonna do the box. Okay, let me pretty much just copy this right here. I want the box. Yeah, right here. So I copy that box. I copied the box, didn't I? I think I'm sick. It stings a bit when I breathe. Drink some water.
So for the first criteria box, we have has ethnic minority. Other qualifications. So for the first criteria box, we have has ethnic minorities. So for the first criteria box.
I don't even know what to. Sorry.
So for the first criteria box, we have has ethnic minorities in all.
Okay, and then I made a little. Actually, made this in Paint 3D. What I'm about to use. Here we go. Look at that. I made this in Paint 3D. Who needs, it gets the point across. And that's the main thing. Let's make that a bit bigger. Okay. Oh, no. No. I'll stick to my ginger ale and thunder hydration.
So for the first criteria box,
oops, I like made it glitchy so that it does that. Okay, let me just like, okay.
Qualifications. So for the first criteria box, we have has.
Let me turn it down a little bit. My audio is just a bit loud.
So for the first criteria box, we have has ethnic. So for the first criteria box, we have has
I might just do another little, like, I have my head pop out. Fuck it, we'll have these go here. Yeah, let's just do it that way, and that'll mirror myself. Which always looks a bit odd, but, you know. Again, just trying to get that point across.
locations. So for the first criteria,
I'm just gonna do the slide up.
so for the first criteria box, we have has ethnic minorities. We have has
And I'll make myself bigger when I say we have. My desktop is almost out of memory. What are you fucking on about? I'll close out of Paint. And my files. I don't know if that popped up for you guys, but that just popped up for me saying I was running low on memory.
locations. So for the first criteria box, we have has
But yeah, I'm gonna make myself bigger when I say we have.
has ethnic minorities in all or most of its neighbors. We have has ethnic minorities. Criteria box, we have has
I'll do it out. Actually, I don't know why. Okay.
has ethnic minorities in So for the first criteria box, we have has ethnic minorities in all or
Okay. And then I'll make myself go down. Because why not?
has ethnic minorities in all or most.
And then I'm just going to copy the text format. Yes, London, you can go to sleep. Okay.
So for the first criteria box, we have has ethnic minorities in all.
Oh yeah. Okay, so let me right here. Gonna copy that. Has ethnic
minorities in all or most of its neighbors.
Ooh, I did haze. What was it? What was I saying again?
We have has ethnic minorities in all or most of its neighbors. Now,
has ethnic minorities in all or most. Has ethnic minorities in all or most of its neighbors. I have to make this text a bit smaller.
now the spread of
No.
Albania's abandoned bunkers. But before I get ahead of myself, let me go through the other qualifications. So for the first criteria box, we have has ethnic minorities in all or most of its neighbors. Now the spread
Actually, make it take too long.
minorities in all or most of its neighbors.
I wish I could make these faster. Why is it saying it has no animation when it very clearly does? I knew something wasn't right, because, like, you can literally see the animation right there.
Minorities in all or most.
Why is it saying none? But even when I control Z. I don't like that it doesn't remember.
Minorities in all or most of its neighbors.
There we go.
In all or most of its neighbors. Now the spread of
Okay, let's go for that and see how that looks. Because it's just a bit too small for my liking.
as ethnic minorities in all or most of its neighbors.
There we go. Cool.
Ethnic minorities in all minorities has box we have has ethnic minorities in all or most of its neighbors. Now the spread of ethnic Albanians.
Look at my assets like just disappear.
Has ethnic minorities in all or most of its neighbors. Now the spread of ethnic Albanians being in all or most of its neighbors is pretty.
Let's see what I do for that. I'm pretty much just basing it off of what works, and what worked for me was
Ethnic minorities in all or most of its neighbors. Now the spread of ethnic Albanians being in all or most of its neighbors is pretty much a theme with any given Balkan country.
let's do a little bit of that.
Now the spread of ethnic Albanians being in Now the spread of ethnic Albanians being in all or most of its neighbors is pretty much a theme with any given Balkan country, which you can blame on Yugoslavia for mostly. But I think what makes Albania neighbors. neighbors. Now, the spread of ethnic Albanians being in all or most of its neighbors is pretty much a theme with any given Balkan country, which you can of its neighbors. Now, the spread of ethnic Albanians being in all its neighbors. Now, the spread of ethnic Albanians being in all or now the spread of ethnic Albanians being being in all or most of its neighbors is pretty much a theme with any given Balkan country, which you can now, the spread of ethnic Albanians being in all or most of its neighbors is pretty much a theme with any given Balkan country. Now, the spread of ethnic Albanians being in all or most of its neighbors is pretty
Albanians map. I wonder what could be a good image I could use. Excuse me. I'm gonna have to put on that punk ass lamp. Okay, this is a good map right here. Save images. Pictures. Albanian minority population map. Okay. Bada boom and bada bing. That took me far too long to find that image. I just wanted to find a good one.
is pretty much a theme with any given Albanians being in all or most of its neighbors Albanians being in all or most of its neighbors is pretty Albanians being in all or most of its neighbors.
Might just do a classic slide.
Being in all.
I don't like that. So left.
Being in all. Being in all or. Being in all or most. Albanians being in all or most of its neighbors is pretty much a theme with any given Balkan country, which you can. Being in all or most of its neighbors is pretty much a theme with any given. Being in all or most of its neighbors is pretty much a theme with any. Is pretty much a theme with any given Balkan country, which you.
There we go. That's a good map right there. I don't like WEBP files. Not a big fan of them at all. Those always cause issues for me. I don't know why, but I don't like when images touch the border.
Its neighbors is pretty much a.
I think it doesn't look fantastic to me when that happens. So I try to avoid it as much as I can. Just kind of a stylistic choice on my end, but it probably breaks some kind of conventional rule of some kind, maybe. I just know that that's what I like.
Being in all or most of its neighbors is pretty much a theme.
No, I want another animation, but this time I want it right. This one. Why is it saying that?
Is pretty much a theme with any.
Oh, it's because I have duration be 5 seconds. I mean, 0 seconds.
Is pretty much a theme with any given.
Okay, I'm not really sure what's going on, but my CapCut seems to be kind of struggling a little bit. I might have to end stream because it seems like me streaming this is making it lag a bit. And since no one is here, I might just actually do that. Because also my pause button like doesn't seem to want to work. Yeah, because like it's still. I might have to restart my laptop actually. Because like, why is it? It shouldn't be like that where where it's stuck at the triangle. And I also might take a break because my eyes hurt. Because I'm one of those people who like doesn't blink when they're looking at a laptop.
Has ethnic minorities in
or
all
any
or
screen
most
for
of
that
its
matter,
neighbors.
but especially
now, the spread
laptop
of
for
ethnic
me.
Albanians being in all or most of its neighbors is pretty much a theme with.
So let's do animation. And if it screws up again,
pretty much a.
Okay, there we go. I was gonna say if it screws up again, I'm definitely gonna end it.
Albanians being in all or most of its neighbors is pretty much a theme with any given Balkan country, which.
And I do have a Yugoslavia map. I know I do. Because I made a video on the Serbia of each continent. I definitely do. No way. Why is it saying I don't have a Yugoslav? There's no chance that I don't. Oh, there we go. It was in my downloads for some reason instead of my pictures file. Folder, I mean to say. I always say that. I always accidentally say folder instead of file. Or file instead. I just did it there, actually.
Or most of its neighbors is pretty much a theme with any given Balkan country, which you can blame on being in all or most of its neighbors is pretty much a theme with any given Balkan country, which all or most of its neighbors is pretty much a theme with any given Balkan country, which pretty much a theme with any given Balkan country, which you can blame.
Okay, I'm gonna just kind of clean slate it. And then I might just kind of have this. I might just do this. Oh, you know what might be cool? Yeah, you know what? I think I know what I might do.
Which you can blame on Yugoslavia for mostly, but I think what makes
Wish I could turn back time to the good old days.
any given Balkan country, which you can blame on Yugoslavia for mostly.
Yeah, okay, I might do a cool little thing. Let's do like merge. Can I do merge? No. Maybe morph. Just morph. No. No. Mosaic, no. 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 Maybe fade? Phase? Phase? How's phase spelled? Is it with a Z? Dazzle? Those leaves that show up? Fuzz flash? Let's do that. Let's do a little bit of this. Create two. Sure.
Which you can blame on Yugoslavia for mostly, but
I don't want it to take up the entire screen though.
blame on Yugoslavia for mostly, but I think what makes blame on Yugoslavia for
I'm gonna do it earlier though.
blame on Yugoslavia for mostly, but I think what makes country, which you can blame on Yugoslavia for mostly, but which you can blame on Yugoslavia for mostly.
I actually don't think I like that. I might just do like a little overlap type thing. So when do I say Yugoslavia?
On Yugoslavia for mostly, but I think.
So I might do like a fade in, fade out type thing. You'll see. Let's do fade. Oops. So fade out. Wait, oh shit. No, I should do it for fade out. There we go. Well, what's the difference between this one? This,
You can blame it on Yugoslavia.
it's the same.
You can blame it on Yugoslavia.
Oh, I don't want it to be black. What's this
Yugoslavia.
one? Okay, I want it to be transparent. And then in, fade in. I think this will look good.
Yugoslavia. You can blame on Yugoslavia foremost.
Wish I could to the good old days.
Which you can blame on Yugoslavia for mostly, but I
kind of like that.
Which you can blame on
It's like link up the. Oh, that's perfect. Look how perfectly that links up, pretty much. Hold on. Do you see what I'm trying to do? No. That was fine. It's this one. That's perfect. That's literally perfect.
Which you can blame on Yugoslavia for mostly, but I think what makes
Perfect.
Albania.
That's literally perfect.
Which you can blame on Yugoslavia for mostly, but. Which you can blame on Yugoslavia for.
And then I'm probably gonna crop. Oop! No, I didn't mean to do that at all. I don't need that or that. Oh no, did that change it?
Blame on Yugoslavia.
Oh, it changed this. Me cropping it changed like the. There we go. Perfect. Right. There we go. Perfect. Okay.
Which you can blame on Yugoslavia for mostly, but I. Which you can blame on Yugoslavia for mostly, but I think what makes.
I think that looks really good. Wait, why is it like not showing what I'm doing? Oh, this button like doesn't seem to whatever over. Why is it not showing what I'm? Oh, God. Yeah, I might have to end the stream because it keeps doing this thing where it's like showing the main menu. Like literally. You guys didn't get to see what I just. Well, I did this.
Country, which you can blame on Yugoslavia for mostly.
That's what I did.
But I think
I linked up the maps to a pretty precise degree, but I might have to end it here because it keeps doing that, and that's bothering me a lot.
Which you can blame on Yugoslavia for mostly. But I think what makes Albanians seem unique in this regard is that they have a harder time fitting in.
So that's going to be the end of the stream. So I got almost to a minute of runtime. Again, I'm definitely gonna try and get better at my productivity in this regard. Hopefully over time as I become a professional YouTuber, that will get better. Oh, that's rough. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time that I might do this. So, thank you.